Hey, it's Tyler, and I recently got a DJI Mavic Pro, so I decided to put together a comprehensive video showing you what you need to do before your first flight and discuss some of the best features of this drone. First, let's go over the unboxing process. Luckily, everybody knows how to open a box, so I'm not going to tell you how to do that. But once you open it up, let's take a look and see what we get. You'll first notice the drone, the remote controller, and where all the cables are. Taking the drone out, I have to say I'm very impressed with how small and compact this thing is. Next, locate the door on the side of the drone where you will find the link button, the link status indicator, the micro SD card slot, and the control mode switch. Mavics usually come with a 16 gig micro SD card. The door on the other side of the Mavic gives you access to the micro USB port, which is used for camera calibration and updating. You'll find a rubber lens cover underneath the Mavic. That attaches onto the lens cover really nicely. Next, you're going to want to make sure to remove the gimbal cover and the gimbal clamp before you power on the Mavic Pro. Next, head to the App Store and download the DJI Go app. Extending the remote controller arms out will allow you to plug in and hold your phone or tablet. Next, locate the cable to plug your phone into the remote controller. Carefully connect your phone into the cable and close it inside the grips. Next, extend each antenna, and for best results, position these at a 45-degree angle. Underneath the remote controller, you will find the charger, which charges both the Mavic battery and the remote controller at the same time. Disconnect the power port on the side of the remote to charge the remote controller. Here's the included documentation. Read that if you'd like. The cables that come with the Mavic are a micro USB, which allows you to charge your remote controller, plug it into your charging block, and a micro USB cable that allows you to connect your device to the remote controller, and a USB-C cable in case your device supports USB-C. Lastly, inside your box, locate the two propeller bags and take them out. Notice that one propeller has a white ring around it while the other does not. That corresponds to the drone's arms. When attaching the propeller, make sure that you have everything lined up and that it is properly seated so you avoid a propeller flying off during flight. Removing the Mavic Pro's battery is very easy. Just push on both buttons on the side and remove it from the Mavic Pro. Next, grab your Mavic, remove the sticker. A single tap will indicate the battery charge level. A single press, letting go, and then pressing and holding for 2 to 3 seconds will power on your Mavic. But before you do, make sure that you extend each arm on the drone. Next, with your phone plugged into the remote control, power the remote control on and launch the DJI Go app. And now power on the Mavic Pro. With the app opened up, the first thing that I noticed is that there is a firmware update available, so let's go ahead and do that. Begin the download process, but just note you might want to save yourself some time and make sure that your battery and your remote controller are at least 50% charged. Now that my battery and my remote are more than 50% charged, I can begin the update process. Note that this will take a while. Once it completes, let's do some calibration. Launch your DJI app and click on the main controller settings button. Scroll down to the very bottom and click on advanced settings. Once you're here, scroll down to sensors, and we're going to calibrate the IMU. Once you press calibrate IMU, it will show you how you need to orient the aircraft to start. Position your aircraft just like in the photo and press start. Every slide indicates a new position, so orient your aircraft accordingly. Once you've completed the calibration, go ahead and restart the aircraft. Here's a quick diagram of the remote controller buttons and what they do. And you'll notice that on the back, your C1 and C2 buttons are customizable. Next, you're going to want to calibrate the gimbal and the compass. I chose to do both of these before I flew for the first time because I knew I was going to want to recalibrate the compass outdoors. So click on main controller setting, click the camera, click gimbal auto calibrate, hit OK, and now the gimbal calibration will begin. I chose to calibrate the gimbal and the compass at the same time as I was indoors underneath a metal roof when I was calibrating my IMU. Once the calibration completes, you should see it return to the main screen. Next, we're going to calibrate the compass, so click on the main controller settings, click advanced settings, and click sensors. Next, click on compass, and then let's click calibrate compass. Click start and follow the on-screen instructions, which look something like this. Now that you're all set up and ready to fly, I want to talk about a few features that make this drone so great. So when you're ready, tap on the takeoff button, and then slide to take off. Once you're hovering about 10 feet off the ground, it should automatically mark your home point, but if it doesn't, press the button to mark the home point. Next, let's talk about 3 fun modes: trace, profile, and spotlight. You do this by clicking on the remote and enabling intelligent flight modes. Hover at a safe elevation where you won't hit anything, and then click on the remote and click Active Track. Then simply use your finger to drag a box around the object you want to track and press go. Overall, this feature works great, but note that it can get confused and lose the subject if it goes behind trees or a building. You can make the Mavic rotate around your subject by moving this to the left or right. The next Active Track feature is Profile. Use your finger to draw a rectangle around your subject and click Profile. Press go and have your subject start walking. The last Active Track mode is Spotlight. Ascend to a safe height, because in this setting the drone stays in one position and only the camera will follow the subject. And perfect timing, with a low battery warning, you can press the button to land and then just swipe to land. Another tip, if you cannot land on a smooth surface, is to catch the drone. Now this is probably not advised, but it is possible. Just go down to a low hover, grab the drone, and with your left hand, pull the stick down until the drone shuts off. That's it, everything that you need to know before you go out and fly for the first time. If it helped you out, go ahead and smash that thumbs up button and subscribe for more helpful videos.